Oh, we have our Profitable Entrepreneur Society. Hello, everyone. We have everybody over here on IG. Hello, Instagram friends, Facebook friends, YouTubers. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome, guys, to another PE live show. For those of you who are brand new to our community or our space, welcome. We are so beyond excited to connect with you and get to know you. We're really excited to have you here. And guys, for those of you who don't know, PE is just short for Profitable Entrepreneur. So welcome again to another PE live show. My name is Ann Keeney. I'm really pumped and excited, guys, to help you simplify your sales and scale your revenue. Ramp it up. Who's ready to ramp up their revenue? I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of opportunity right now, and we are really all about ramping up our revenue, simplifying our sales and our scale. And I'm really excited to share with you guys how we have had massive growth in scale in just the past couple of years. And even more so in just the past year. It has been insanely good. So say hello in the comments. If you're a replayer, drop hashtag replay, let us know. Say hi, drop your name below so we know you're here, so we can say hello to you. And go ahead and tell us where you're tuning in from. And guys, drop in the comments, guys, say ramp up. Ramp up. If you are ready to ramp up your revenue, ramp it up, drop that in the comments. I'm really excited to help you guys do that. And I'm so excited to go ahead and share. Oh, look at this. We got Cape Town, South Africa. Hello. Welcome. Holy moly, guys. We got people tuning in from around the world. How amazing is that? What an opportunity, right? We are so glad you guys are here taking a little bit of time with us. Look at this. We got Kate here over on Instagram, ready to ramp it up. We got Amanda, our amazing team over here, ramping it up. All right, guys. So yes, let's ramp up your revenue. I want to share a few things with you guys that we've been mastering behind the scenes and really putting 90% of our focus on to ramp up our revenue, simplify our sales, scale our sales. And seriously, guys, we're doing this organically. We are doing this authentically. It has been amazing. So let's dive in. I want you guys to engage with me here. Let's go ahead with the first step, number one. The very first thing that I've done to simplify and scale, guys, and this is something that I want you guys to really be thinking about. The first thing is mindset and mentorship. They kind of go together, but not. But let me explain. In the beginning, so I am on 20 years being in business. I've had a couple of different businesses over that time, and I've scaled them both pretty rapidly to a really successful place, like well over multiple six figures. And one of the things in the beginning of my business that I can relate to a lot of people in our community today is that I spent about 5 years really struggling to create consistent sales. I had a really hard time getting beyond, I think around $2,000 a month for more than 5 years. It's really embarrassing to say, but it really took me a long time. And there was two things that really held me at that place of playing really small. The first one was my mindset. I had a lot of fear around failure. I was so afraid, I was paralyzed with anxiety and fear. I didn't dare to go on Facebook Live. I didn't dare to share my true story, really who I was in my past and why I was starting my business, why I was here, why I wanted to help people. I was so afraid. I wasn't open to sharing that. I was also very scared of judgment. I was afraid people were going to call me on my bluff, tell me I was doing it wrong. I was afraid I was going to say something wrong or make a wrong decision. And so because of all of my fear, I was very paralyzed. I was moving very slowly and very cautiously. I didn't make quick decisions. I hardly made any decisions, right? And I just was moving very slow. I would close a sale, but it would take me months, right? I would grow my audience by 5 people, but it took me weeks and weeks. Everything was happening so slowly. And it was very, it wasn't predictable. It was very scattered. It was very slow. Everything was happening slowly. And it was an up and down, up and down. I call it the revenue roller coaster, where I was up, down, up, down. And I was is it me? Am I doing something wrong? And so what happened is, due to my fear of all of this, I started to really think it was me. And I started to say, I got to change my niche. I need to change my offer. I've got to change who I'm talking to. Maybe I should change my content. Maybe I should create more content. Maybe I should do this. And I started to get in this crazy tailspin. Give me a 1. I already see people saying, yep, totally resonate with that. I get that. Drop a 1 in the comments if you can relate to this whole fear of failure and it just putting you into like a cycle of like paralyzation and constant like switching things up, trying to figure out like what is wrong, right? What is wrong with me? Guys, I spent so many years in that little bubble, right? And the first thing that I want to say to you guys, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to embrace failure. I'm going to tell you this. I really believe that my success, like 100% of it, has come from all my failure. When I say I have failed, boy, have I ever failed. When I say I've made mistakes, big ones. Like I'm talking big, big, big mistakes. I have made a lot of mistakes. I've made a lot of wrong decisions. I've done a lot of things that, are considered a failure or considered wrong, right? And so what I want you guys to understand is that through doing that, I figured out what I needed to do, right? So we can spend, and if you guys relate, right, this is what I did. We can spend weeks, months, even years trying to get it right before we get started. And that way we can avoid failure, judgment, making a mistake. And what I want to tell you is you're going to move so slowly doing that. Right? I actually want to encourage you guys to go make mistakes. I want you to encourage you to go ahead and let yourself fail and understand that failure is actually a really good thing. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, to course correct. And here's something that, I really truly believe. I believe that when you're trying to get clarity, right? When you're trying to cross your T's, dot your I's, figure the things out, get the clarity so you can take inspired action from a confident place. I really, truly feel that you don't really know what the right thing is until you experience the wrong thing. I feel like we don't know what is good until we experience bad. We don't, I don't think we truly know who our soulmate dreamy client is until you experience a really bad client. Right? Like, how do you know what's good if you never experience bad? How do you know what's right if you don't know what's wrong? Right? Like if you don't experience that. So there is a lot of gold, guys, that comes with failure and making mistakes. It's actually required, right? I don't know anyone who says I'm successful. And then here's the thing, whatever success means to you, success could mean whatever you want it to mean, right? But whatever it means to you, I don't know anyone in my circle that has been successful and has not made mistakes and failures along the way. Okay. So I had to really adopt the idea of I'm going to have to make mistakes or I'm not going to even do anything, right? So I always tell my clients, you have 2 choices. You can do something or you can do nothing. But there's no in between. You either do something or you do nothing, right? And I feel like if we do nothing, that's failure. The true definition of failure for me would be if I just took myself out of the game and I didn't attempt and make an effort and try. To me, that would be the definition of failure, not going out and giving it my all and giving it my best shot and making a mistake or doing something wrong and learning from it. To me, I would rather have that experience than do nothing at all and just wonder, right? Anyone agree with that? Anyone agree with that? So what I want you guys to do is start to embrace some of your fears. Welcome them, encourage them, entertain them a little bit. Put yourself out there, throw yourself in the ring a little bit, grab a seat at the table, throw yourself out there a little bit and go ahead and take those scary big risks and allow yourself to fall, allow yourself to make a mistake. It's how you're going to learn what you need to do in the right way going forward, right? My biggest breakthroughs have come in my biggest failures. Okay. So that is the number one thing, is really getting your mindset behind embracing failure, embracing mistakes, and entertaining it. Right. Here's the thing, guys. I believe that money loves speed. It does. Money loves speed. Money cannot come in and just sit idle and like toggle and wonder. Money needs to move, and it needs to move fast. Money loves speed. So if you want to ramp up your revenue, if you want to simplify and you want to, scale, you've got to move faster. You got to make quicker decisions. You got to throw yourself out there and get yourself in the ring. You got to grab a seat at the table, and you have to start to put yourself out there in a bigger, better, faster way, even if it is scary, even if you're not sure, is this the right thing? Is this the right way? Should I say this? Should I say that? Right? Is this the best strategy in the world? Who knows, really? But the best thing that you can do is throw yourself in the fire and allow yourself to get burned so that you can learn. Okay? Honestly, guys, like this has been, oh my gosh, in the past year or two of me just throwing myself out and being like, let's do it, let's go, we're moving, and taking those actions. Hold on, I think we got disconnected on IG, so hopefully we get back here in just a second. But one of the things, we're back, guys. One of the things that has moved me so fast in the past year has been that I no longer sit back and overthink and overanalyze and try to perfect before I take an action or make a decision. I just do it. And I really, really trust that it's the best decision. And if it's not, I will learn a great lesson from it. And that's only going to make me better. So I kind of want you guys to embrace that. And the second part of that is mentorship. If there's anything I have learned in the past couple of years through scaling my business and ramping things up so massively fast, one thing I have learned is, people who are further along than you, who have been there, done that, can speed your process up, right? I spent 5 years trying to make more than $2,000 a month. 5 years. The time, the money, and the energy that went in to trying to figure it out myself, right? It actually put me in the negative. It cost me more time, money, and energy to try to figure it out by myself than to just go hire someone who already knows and already has the templates, the strategy, the way, the resources to help me, right? 5 years of trying to get beyond $2,000. And in 30 days of investing in my first mentor, I literally took what I made the whole year, right? I literally made my first 10K month. Okay, I more than tripled my revenue in 30 days, guys. I couldn't do that over 5 years by myself. And I'll tell you why. Because I didn't know what I was doing, and I wasn't accepting that I have flaws. I wasn't accepting that I don't know what I don't know, right? So I could spend a decade trying to figure this out, and nothing I was doing was working, right? And so I was downloading free PDFs. I was watching other people's live streams. I was on every webinar. I was on everyone's email list. I was watching and just consuming and learning and consuming and learning. And I truly did believe, the more that I know, the more I learn, the more information I take in, the smarter I'll be. And I'll get to the place where I know all the things. And of course I'll make money. So it didn't happen. I knew all the things, and I was more confused because I didn't know how to take one thing I had learned and make it work in my business. So I knew a bunch of stuff, but I didn't know how to apply it and execute it so it worked for me. And so I struggled for 5 years. And I have many people in my audience that come to me that are on year 2, year 3 of their business, and they're not making money, and they still don't know how to get clients, and they're still struggling to grow their Facebook group, and they're still struggling to close sales confidently, and they still aren't clear on their offer or their niche, and they're on year 2 and 3 of their business. Year 2 or 3, guys, and they're still not able to have any results in their business. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to start with that number 1 is your mindset and having mentorship. Somebody who already has it figured out can literally sign you up, hand over everything, and boom, within 30 days, you could already be seeing results, right? Versus the however many weeks, months, or years you've spent trying to piece it together from different mentors, right? I'm going to tell you right now that the people that I followed 100 people, and I would take PDFs and free trainings from each one of them and then try to pull it all together and piece it together and try to make it work in my business. But you've got different people teaching you different methodologies and different strategies and different beliefs and things. It doesn't go together well. And when you don't know behind the scenes of those things, you don't really know how to make it work like a well-oiled machine in your own business. You're just learning the little pieces of it, right? You're not getting the big picture, the behind the scene that is required to make those things work for you. So when you go to execute it, it fails. And then you're like, yep, again, I failed. So it must be me. Right? So that's what I want you guys to be thinking about is mindset, embracing the failure, throwing yourself in the ring. Go ahead and grab a seat at the table to start to make mistakes and make the wrong decisions and maybe have some failure so that you can move towards success. Okay. And get the clarity you're truly trying to get. And the second part of that is mentorship. Guys, embrace what you don't know. I am not super good at like small details. I'm very big visionary. So I have to hire people and I have to surround myself with people who are really detail oriented, right? I'm also not good with slow and steady, right? Things that are really, really slow, things that are really, really slow, or things that are really tedious and stuff, I'm not that good at, right? IG, we are losing connection, but we're back, so just stick with us. But I'm not really good at those things, right? Like I'm a fast action taker. And so I know that I need mentors and I have to hire people to keep my butt in check. Otherwise, I'm all over the place. I'm from here, over there, and I'm bouncing around like a ping pong, right? If you know you're not a good follow-througher, if you know that you talk but you don't walk, right? You talk your talk, but you don't walk it. Then hire people, get a mentor that can help you. Find someone else who is going to hold you accountable and help you, and stick to that. We're just trying to get Instagram to stay connected today. I don't know what its deal is. We're good on Facebook, but what I want you guys to be doing is really thinking about, what or who do you need to help you understand and acknowledge what you're not good at. Okay. Understand and acknowledge your flaws. Understand when you want something, but at the same time, you're not going to follow through with it. You're not going to do it unless you have someone really behind you, rallying behind you and really holding you accountable. Okay. So that is step number one. All right. Number two, guys. Number two. Here is the second thing that we did. We focused every single day, we focus on bringing 10 to 20 new people into our group, into our online space. Okay, 10 to 20 brand new leads, humans, connections, whatever you want to call them, into our Facebook group, into our audience every single day. Now, here's the thing. Once you bring those leads into your community, you got to nurture them. You need to actually have conversation with them. You need to build a relationship with them. People buy from people, period, right? People buy from people. One of the things that has ramped up in the past year, this one shift has made a difference, right? Prior to this past year, we were growing our audience and we were getting sales. I definitely am a high ticket closer, so I could close really well. So I was getting sales, but I wasn't really monetizing from my list or my Facebook group. I had thousands of people on an email list and I had thousands of people in a Facebook group, but I wasn't making that much money. So I was closing sales, but I wasn't making that much money, right? So for me, one thing we did this year that rapidly has changed is we really got rid of a lot of automation, and we started to hire team members to come in and really support our vision with human connection, two-way conversation, really building relationships and getting to know our audience. And this, guys, has curved how long it takes to convert a lead. So we have a cold lead that will come into our audience, and within days, hours sometimes, but days or weeks, they become a paid client. And that has happened way faster than what it was before, when we only focused on growing the audience and not building relationships with them. Okay. A lot of people don't do this. A lot of people focus on grow your audience, grow your audience, grow your audience, grow your audience. But the thing is you can have 10,000 people in your audience and have no money. I was broke as a joke with over 10,000 connections. And I was making no money. And part of it was because I never connected with people. I didn't have any genuine relationships with anyone. I wasn't nurturing people and taking time to get to know the people in my audience. People would come in my audience and we'd just sell. People would come in the audience and we'd pitch them. People would come in the audience and we wouldn't even talk to them until it was time to sell. And then all of a sudden we were like, post in. So you can be so available in your Facebook group that you give. And then people feel like they don't need to buy from you because you're just constantly there and giving, right? Or you could do the opposite and never show up and never nurture and never ask for the sale and never be available, right? You have to have the balance of it, right? Like we are available. We go live every single week in here. We drop a podcast every week and we put a post out every day. That's it. That's our content schedule. We're not in here dishing you guys out 500 pieces of content every week. We're not in here answering your questions every 5 seconds. Like we're not doing that. We're not overly available, but we're available, and we're not over given with our content, but we're given just enough, right? And so we really realized it's better to spend more time on conversations and connections than it is creating content. Back in the day, like maybe 7 years ago, I used to create one piece of content every hour. I'd auto schedule it, and every single hour, a piece of content would go out because I was told I had to. I had big leaders in the industry tell me, if you want sales, like if you want consistent sales and you want to be known in the industry, you've got to be seen in your newsfeed every single hour. And I spent so much time and energy creating content. I was broke the whole time. I wasn't getting sales. All I was doing was creating content. It was so exhausted and I was broke. And so we don't do that anymore. We have a couple pieces that go out, very strategic pieces that go out every single week. And that's it. Our content strategy is very, very simple. We focus on connections and conversations with our audience more than we do creating content. And this by itself, I can't even tell you. We have people that will DM us and say, hey, how do we work with you? Oh my God, I loved your live this week. I need to work with you. I want to talk about that. We have people coming to us. And now that our content is less but more strategic, we have people coming to us and asking how they can buy and work with us, instead of us chasing them with 100 pieces of content every week, thinking that that's going to get people to buy. Okay, so what 3 things that we do in our program with our clients and in our company, connections every single day. If you don't have 10 to 20 brand new people coming into your online space, email list, Facebook group, if you don't have 10 to 20 a day, you've got a major sales gap. Your business is in trouble. You have a major sales gap if you don't have consistent leads coming in every day, a minimum of 10. Okay. Drop in the comments. Give me 10 in the comments. If you have 10 or less people, if you have less than 10 people, say less than 10 in the comments. Okay. Less than 10 in the comments. If you have less than 10 brand new connections coming into your online space per day, put less than 10 in the comments and let us know. Because guys, that's a problem. That is a problem. You cannot scale. You cannot have predictable revenue. You can't ramp up your revenue if your audience is not growing every single day. And we're doing this organically. We're not running ads or anything like that. But give us less than 10. Say less than 10 in the comments, guys, if you're bringing in less than 10 brand new connections per day into your audience. If you are, that's a massive, massive problem. And you might want to connect with us so we can help you bridge that gap. But that's an issue. That's a problem. So we've really focused on building our connections, making sure we have a community to bring those people to so we can have two-way conversation with them. And we curate a genuine, healthy relationship, which increases our conversions with our Facebook group. I will tell you right now, we're doing well over multiple 6 figures a year. One offer with our Facebook group, organically. One offer, just our Facebook group, organically. We're only putting out 3 or 4 pieces a week of content very strategically, and that's what we're doing. That's it, okay? This can be very, very simple if you don't complicate it, right? So that's number 2. You got to hunker down and focus. When you wake up in the morning and you sit down, what are your money goals? How many people do you need to connect with today? Are you bringing a minimum of 10 brand new connections into your audience every day? And when you're doing that, are you then focusing on building relationships and getting into conversations with those people? Or are you just dumping them in your group and you don't know what to do with them? A lot of people come to us and they're like, I don't know what to do once I get them in there. Right? And some of you are like, I don't even know how to find my people. That's a problem, you guys. That's a problem because you could spend the next 2 years trying to figure that out. Okay. That's number 2. Okay. I am definitely seeing some things in the comments, guys. This is good stuff. Okay. Perfect. Lesson 10. I'm seeing some lesson 10s, guys. You should probably connect with myself or Amanda Newman here in the comments, guys. If you're over on Facebook, she's our community manager. We can definitely help you guys figure out what you are missing in your business and what you need to plug into those missing pieces to ramp up your revenue, simplify, and start scaling. Okay. Number 3. All right, let's talk about number 3. This is where we're talking about strategic converting content. This is what I was just saying, right? What I want you guys to understand is less is more. Less is more. When you're trying to get someone, when you're trying to create buyers, you're trying to attract your buyers, and you're trying to, convert your leads, your humans, into paying clients, I'm going to tell you right now, less is more. I see a lot of people come into our audience and they've got 50 different offers or 4 different offers and different price points and different types of ways you help. And there's a million things that you do, and you put out 70 pieces of content a week. And what I want to tell you guys is less is more, right? We talked about this just a second ago. If you are too available in your Facebook group, you look like you've got a lot of free time on your hands, and people feel like, oh, I can just reach out and ask a question and in seconds she answers it. So I don't need to buy her program. Right? She's super available. Or if you're over pouring your content, people are getting so consumed with content consumption that they're not implementing. They're not seeing the big picture. They're not understanding that the content is just one small piece of the puzzle of what they need to actually get a result. And instead, they're just binging on all your content. And you know what they think? They think that because you're pouring all that content out, that content is going to help them get the results that they're trying to get. And they don't need to invest. They just need to keep consuming your free content. And so you just keep pouring all this free content out, and they keep consuming. And then you wonder why you don't have anyone buy in your Facebook group or from your email list. It's because you're constantly available. If someone posts a question, you answer it in 5 seconds. If someone DMs you, you answer it in 2 minutes. When people join your Facebook group, you funnel them with 5,000 pieces of content, right? Or every day you're pouring out so much content. People are just in consumption mode. They're not in buy-in mode. They're in consumption mode. There's no urgency. You're not creating any urgency or incentive for them to buy from you. They're just going to come in your group and be like, damn, this is great. Free content all day. Free stuff all day long. Every question I ask, she answers it. This is fantastic. And they're literally just going to be friends and fans. They're going to think like, oh, I can just be here and get free stuff all day. I don't need to invest. And you're really setting them up for failure, because that's not going to happen, right? You don't really get anything from free content. You'll get a little bit of nuggets and stuff like that, but you're not going to ramp up your revenue and scale and have great success from free content. So that's just the reality of it, right? There's only so much people can give in free stuff. And so when you're pouring all that out, you're literally making your audience think you're giving them what they need to go off and implement and execute all by themselves and figure it out. They're just going to wait next week for your more content, right? If they know you pour out 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 pieces of content a week, guess what they're going to do? Every day they're going to binge on your Facebook group and look for that free piece of content. Or if you're so overly available, they're just going to pop a question in the Facebook group and they know you're going to answer it. And now they have this idea. They don't need to invest because you're giving them everything right here for free in your group or in your email list or however you're engaging with your people, right? So we want you guys to understand less is more. We are strategic. I am very strategic with my content. I have 3 pieces of content per week, and that is it. I have 3 specific pieces of content that are very strategic. They're planned out in advance, not last minute. I know this week what I'm doing next week, right? Like I know what I'm talking about next week. I know what my weekly live is going to be about next week. I know what my posts are going to be. I know all my content for next week, okay? It's planned out, it's mapped out, it's ready to go. And it's very strategic, you guys, and it's very simple. It's only a few pieces of content per week. So for those of you that are like, oh my God, I spend hours per week or day creating content for my groups, for my email, for 500 platforms, I am going to highly suggest that you scale that down massively, get more strategic with less content, instead of random with more. I'm going to tell you right now, you can put quotes out until the sky falls down. You can put videos out. You can put content out. You can put PDFs out. You can put freebies out. You can do this and funnel this all day long. It is not going to increase your sales because people are in consumption mode when you're doing that, not buy-in mode. You are not given urgency. You're not given incentive for people to take out a credit card and say, I would like to talk to you about working with you. Instead, they're like, oh, I'm going to wait until tomorrow when she hands out all those free resources that she gives. Or I'm just going to post a question in the group. She'll give me the answer. I'm just going to wait for her lives every day. If you're given and given and given like that, and you're so available like that, you have not given anyone a reason to buy from you. Okay. So we teach our clients to be very strategic, just a few core strategic pieces of content per week. And then we follow a very specific strategy with it so that you actually see conversions from your community. Okay. Give me conversions, drop conversions in the comments if that's what you guys want. If you want conversions, or do you want people that are just consuming information? Drop conversions in the comments, guys, if you want conversions. Okay. Number three. Oh no, we just did number three. We're on number four. Number four. Okay. You need to do what I call conversion events. Okay. You need to be converted. Now, it's really funny because you would think that this is a very obvious kind of a no-brainer thing that we would sell, right? But here's the thing. At the end of the day, a lot of people that come to me and they're not generating sales, even with an audience, they're not really generating sales. Part of what we have noticed is you're not even selling, or you're overselling. I did both. In the beginning, I never sold because I was too scared. And then I started to get really desperate. And all I did was pitch. All I did was sell. Every time someone would come in my community, I would pitch them, sell to them. I would be like, hey, do you want to buy this? I literally would just sell. And I never talked to my people. I never connected. My group was like a pitch fest. My email list was a pitch fest. Every email that went out was a sale. Every post I put out, I was selling, right? Everything I was doing was selling. And then before that, I didn't sell at all. You've got to have regular conversion events in your company that are happening, or you have revenue roller coaster. Okay. If you don't want revenue roller coaster, then you can't have roller coaster strategies. If you want consistent revenue that's consistently ramping up, you need systems that are strategic that you consistently are implementing. You need a sales system. Okay. If you need a sales system, put sales system in the comments. If you don't have a sales system in place that generates recurring, consistent, predictable revenue for you every month after month, drop in the comments, guys, that you don't have that. Because listen, you need to have a sales system. You have to have one, right? You need to have a predictable, consistent way that you are selling on a regular basis without actually being pitchy and salesy and all of that stuff. Okay. If you go look in our Facebook group, we are not pitching to you. We are not selling to you, right? If you're in the society over here in the Facebook, we are not pitching to you. We are not selling to you. We're not doing any of those, right? We're not dropping links, buy our stuff. If you're on our email list, we're not emailing and pitching to you. We don't send you an email that says buy our stuff, right? But yet we are consistently generating multiple six-figure sales. How are we doing that? How are we doing that if you never see us selling? Right? We have a sales system. We have strategic systems in place for sales, for predictable, consistent month after month recurring revenue. That's how we're doing it. Okay. So you need to do that. If you are someone who's selling one-to-one, if you're new and you're selling one-to-one, or if you're just selling one-to-one, then you need to be having a system in place that generates consistent consultations for you on your calendar or in the DMs or however you want to do that. You need to have a sales system in place so that consultations are being booked with you on a regular basis. Okay. If you are in a one-on-one and you're ready to launch a group program, or maybe you're getting ready to, or you're in the middle of launching a group program, or you have a group program and you want to ramp it up, then you need to be hosting one-to-many sales conversion events where you're getting in a room with one-to-many people online and you are selling to many people at one time. consistently. And it needs to be systematic. It needs to be a system that's a rinse, repeatable system, producing recurring revenue for you month after month after month, right? You've got to have a sales system, guys. If you are someone who wakes up, okay, if you're someone who wakes up and you say, I don't know what I'm talking about today. I'm not sure what content I'm putting out today. I don't know where my leads are coming from today. I'm not sure how I'm generating new sales today. If you are that person, put help in the comments below because we will help you. Put help because, guys, that is a massive problem. You have so many profit blockers and gaps in holes in your business that need to be plugged because, guys, you need to have strategic systems in place that generate recurring revenue. That's how you ramp up and scale. If you're just getting up every day and you're like, I don't know, I'm just going to run down my list and I'm going to wing it today. I'm just going to do a bunch of things and I hope it generates some sales. If that's what you're doing, you need to drop help down in the comments, okay? Because my team and I can get with you. We can take a look at what you got going on, bridge those gaps for you, kind of fill those holes, and we can tell you what you need to do differently. We can tell you what you're missing. And then if you want our help, if you want us to help you, plug those systems in and give you our templates and teach you our process and get there and coach you and hold you accountable, we will. We can talk about that. We don't work with everybody. So if it's not a good fit, we'll just tell you what you need to go do and you could go find someone that's a great fit for you. But if it's us that can help you do that and we're a perfect fit and you're a great match for our program, we can talk about that. Drop help in the comments if you guys want that. But I'm going to tell you guys, these are the 4 things, right? I mean, if you guys really hone in on just these 4 things, your revenue is going to ramp up. Your sales are going to become simplified. People are going to be reaching out to you and saying, hello, I want to work with you. How do I work with you? I need your help. Can you help me? Instead of you feeling like you're doing so much for nothing, right? Been there, guys. I've been there. You've got to have a nice, predictable sales system in place. And that's what we help our clients do. That's what we help. Whether you're selling one-on-one or you're selling a group program, whether you want to do it organically or you feel like you want to run ads, or maybe you don't even know, we can help you. Just give us a help in the comments and we'll help you. Okay. So recap. Number 1, guys, mindset and get mentorship. Find someone who can plug those holes like that for you and stop wasting your time, right? Don't allow yourself to spend years doing something that someone else can say, plug this in, take this template, swipe this right here, plug that in, create this, go do that. And you could be seeing sales in 30 days, 45 days, right? Most of our clients are already seeing their sales ramp up within 30 to 45 days. And they've been spending months, if not years, trying to do that with no success. Okay, we want to create a system for each one of you that is very specific to your business and unique to how you want to be creating sales in your business. This isn't a cookie cutter thing. We work with you individually. We'll help you. But you got to get your mindset. You've got to be comfortable with going live. You've got to be comfortable with having conversations with people. You've got to be comfortable with failure and making some mistakes and making some decisions that aren't going to always work, right? Or be the right ones. You've got to get behind that. That's okay to be making those mistakes, right? And then you need to invest in mentorship to help you. Okay. Surround yourself and invest in people that can help you. Number 2, focus every day. You should have no less than 10 brand new connections come into your email list or your Facebook group daily, every single day. If you don't have a minimum of 10 brand new leads coming into your Facebook group or your email list every single day, then you don't have a system for bringing new audience in. And if you don't have new audience coming in every day, you're not going to have consistent sales. You're only going to have sales that will rise, and then they're going to go down and up and back down and then up and a little down and way up and down. And you're going to have that revenue roller coaster. You need to have consistent leads that get plugged in. Here's the key. Those leads get plugged right in to a sales system that is sustainable and predictable and creates recurring revenue for you. So those new leads coming in get plugged right into that system, right? Not just come in and who knows what happens to them once they get there, right? And then the 3rd, strategic converting content. A few pieces of strategic content per week will ramp up your sales, eliminate all this time you're spending creating for what, right? You got to create urgency, guys. You've got to create urgency for people to want to buy from you. You got to create urgency for people to want to see that they need help and that you might have a solution and they want to come connect with you and talk about working with you. If you're just giving, and everything is so free and you're so available and you're answering every question within seconds, no one has any reason to buy from you. So why would they? They're too busy consuming all of your free content. Less is more. Less content, guys, will create an urgency for people to want to say, hey, tell me more. Hey, I want to know more. Hey, I want to work with you. Tell me what it's like to work with you, right? But if all you're doing is giving free content all day, no one has any reason to buy from you. They're so busy consuming your content that they don't have time to buy from you because they're busy consuming your free stuff. Or every time they ask a question, you answer it within seconds and you give them the answer, and then they go off and implement unsuccessfully by themselves. Now they're definitely not going to invest in you because they just took something you said and they didn't get results from it. Do you guys see what I mean? So less strategic content, just a few core pieces per week, right? That are going to be strategic and lead into your sales system. And if you don't have that sales system, again, we can help you with that if you're ready for that. Just give us a help in the comments and we will help you. My team and I will connect with you. We will see if we can help you. And if we can, we will. If not, we'll tell you some next steps and you can venture off to find someone that can help you. But if we can help you, we will. Okay. And then the last one, guys, the fourth one is conversion events, is that sales system. You need a strong, sustainable, predictable sales system that you're plugging those new leads into every single day, like clockwork. And it needs to be conversion events that are literally bringing people in, nurturing and activating them, getting them right in, plugging them into your sales system. They want to buy from you. Okay. If you're not following that and you're not doing these 4 things every single day, rinse, repeat over and over, you're going to have revenue roller coaster like this. Okay. And you don't have to. The way that we teach our clients is so simple, guys. It's just a few core systems, few core strategies. You just plug those in and it's such a simple process. Any of you guys can do this. Whether you're doing one-on-one, whether you're already selling a group, whether you're brand new, whether you're more experienced, you're ready to ramp up and hire team members, right? This applies to you. If you're ready to scale and hire a team to help you, your team needs to plug in these systems and execute them for you. If you're brand new, you need to plug these systems in and execute them until you can hire someone. But we take you through that journey, regardless of where you're at or what it is you're doing, okay? If you're a coach, consultant, course creator, virtual assistant, we can help you, okay? Give us a help in the comments if you guys want our help, and we'll reach out and we'll connect and see if it's a good fit, okay? We're glad to help you guys plug these systems in and get this going, ramp it up quickly. You can ramp your revenue up, guys, in 30 to 45 days, and then literally you have a rinse repeatable system that you just multiply and multiply and multiply. Okay. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. Guys, let us know. Give us a help in the comments if you need our help. We'll reach out to you and someone from my team will connect with you and we'll see if we can support you and help you. No more winging it, guys. It's time to ramp up your revenue in a consistent, predictable way. And guys, we have the ways to do that. We have everything you need, from the templates, the strategy, the coaching, the accountability, all the things that you need, 100% A to Z. Okay. If you're ready for that. So just give us help in the comments if you are. Don't forget, we go live every single Wednesday, guys, at 11 a.m. Eastern. We also have a free workshop coming up, okay? We're going to go over these 5 systems with you in this workshop. We have a beautiful workbook for you guys. Check it out if you don't have it already. We have a beautiful workbook. It's like 14 pages, guys, of gorgeous things that we got. Fill in the blanks for you. The link is right below. Just go to AnnKeeney.com/workshop or just say workshop in the comments. My team will get you registered for the free workshop. And guys, we're going to go over these 5 systems a little more strategically, and we'll show you how to do that. So that is coming up in just a couple weeks. We kick off with that. For those of you that are like, yeah, I don't have a couple of weeks, I'm ready to ramp it up now, just put help me in the comments. We'll go ahead and connect with you. We'll get you guys going, okay? All right, guys, I really hope to see you guys next week on another PE live show. Don't forget to hit us up over on Facebook in the society, guys. If you're on Instagram or YouTube, come over to Facebook, search for the Profitable Society Facebook group. Get in there and join us. We got amazing content going for you guys. We have an awesome workshop coming up. We're here to serve you. We can help you. My team and I are standby here, ready to support you. We'll see you guys really soon. All right, bye, guys.